So knee pops, it's something with IK. There's a certain threshold that as you're posing your character, the knee could potentially pop straight or pop bent, right? Like there's a certain threshold of movement that causes the IK to react that way. Um, so the way to try to alleviate that is to ease in and out of poses. So that's the best way of doing it. So if you're going from a bent leg to a straight leg. So in this case, if you look at again, the swinging passing leg, you can see how the leg sort of eases out of the bend, and then it eases in to the straight leg, right? So the easing into the straight leg helps to avoid a potential pop, the leg popping straight. And then coming out of that, you can see how the leg here on frame 13, so 12 was a straight leg, on 13, it just starts to bend. So again, a little bit of an ease out, and then it continues to bend, and then that same leg goes straight right here. And again, I'm trying to get the spacing to get smaller and smaller leading into that straight leg. And the way I'm doing this is a little bit of a cheat. But the way I'm doing it is I'm grabbing this control on the heel of the foot, which is a scale control, and I'm using that frame by frame just to kind of dial in a little bit more bend or a little less bend in order to get that ease that I need. So I'll show you this leg stretch attribute. I just hold control, and then I can just kind of use my mouse and go slide them side to side, and I can just adjust how much bend or how much straightening I have in that leg to help me with getting the eases to work. The other thing about the knees, not necessarily the IK, but the knees in general and how they could pop is tracking the arc of the knee. So I noticed with students who are beginning with a walk is that they run into a problem where they have, and this is what I talked about earlier, they have the knee too high up through the extreme up. They exaggerate it a little bit too much. So what happens is that the knee is swinging up this high, but then when it goes straight, it actually goes either straight down or it goes backwards, right? So you don't want the knee to go forward and then straight down, or forward, even worse, forward and then backwards. That will cause a pop in the arc of the knee. So you always want to make sure that you're tracking that arc, making sure that it's moving in one direction, and also that it has a nice smooth shape to it. So it's not kind of changing direction too abruptly.